organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Thanks for tuning in to Daily Iowan TV, your news, sports, and weather source for the Daily Iowan. I'm Kristen Meyer here in the Daily Iowan newsroom to give you a quick look at what's going on in the Iowa City area. Iowa legislators finished their work and are ready to adjourn for the summer. As expected, the University of Iowa's state funding was cut back, but much less than originally proposed. In the end, Iowa's annual appropriations were cut 3.6%, which means the university has nearly $8 million less to spend than last year. University of Iowa President Sally Mason, in an email to the university community, noted a number of areas which funding actually increased. Those areas include the Dental Science Building, research into skin cancers, and a significant increase for physicians who treat more than 32,000 Iowans who are dependent on state supplements for their health care. Mason also thanked legislators for their efforts and, quote, their hard work and sacrifice made on behalf of Iowans and the University of Iowa. More than $11 million is headed to the UI to help fight cancer. The National Cancer Institute has renewed Holden Comprehensive Cancer Center's status as a scientific research center for cancer. To earn the title, the university's Holden Cancer Center had to demonstrate substantial research along with community service and outreach. The renewal comes with a grant of more than $11 million. The center will use the grant to purchase state-of-the-art equipment and to continue to research ways to detect, prevent, and treat cancer. Holden Comprehensive Cancer Center is Iowa's only National Cancer Institute and one of the only 40 such centers in the nation. Reactions are flowing across the country on the verdict of Casey Anthony's murder trial. Anthony was found not guilty for the murder of her 2-year-old daughter. Reactions range from those who thought that it was injustice to those who thought the intense media coverage affected the outcome. Many media outlets covered the trial, and we asked U of Iowa law graduate Kelly Stavnes for her reactions on the way the news media covered the trial.
To be a trial of the century, every so many years, where the nation just gets captivated in it and becomes completely absorbed in the little events that go on in a certain trial. And it seems to be the trials where we think someone is guilty. For example, O.J. Simpson, or we sort of want the person to be guilty. In the case of Casey Anthony, it seemed that people were sort of waiting for her to get that guilty verdict. And I think that cases like that are what really captivate us, whereas everyday cases, they mostly fly under the radar.
Anthony's sentencing will be announced Thursday. Iowa City Area Crime Stoppers is offering a $1,000 reward for information about an escaped Hope House resident. Aluan Johnson ran away from residential work release facility in Coralville. Johnson was convicted in 2009 of involuntary manslaughter and is serving a 5-year sentence. Crime Stoppers are asking anyone with information about Johnson to contact them immediately. In sports, 6 Iowa field hockey players competed in the Midwest Junior High Performance Team during the USA Junior High Performance Women's National Championship. The team finished 4th overall. Players Sarah Drake, Gina Lisek, Kathleen McGraw, and Dani Hamon were selected to attend the Junior National Team Camp. The Junior National Team Camp is the most elite camp in the country. And now for a quick look at the weather. Thursday will be a high of 84 degrees with a low of 62 degrees. There will be a 30% chance of scattered thunderstorms in the early evening and throughout the night. For your 6-day forecast, Friday and Saturday will be dry with highs in mid-80s and lows in the 70s. Sunday will be cloudy with a 30% chance of isolated thunderstorms. Early next week, there will be a slight chance for rain will move in. Highs will stay in the mid-80s. And only with Daily Iowan TV can you get a sneak peek into Friday's pages of the Daily Iowan. Read about presidential candidate and former U.S. Senator Rick Santorum's visit to Cedar Rapids, and also check out a recap and scores from Women's Game League scores. That's the inside look at what's going on in the Iowa City area. Tune in tomorrow at the same time or check us out at dailyiowan.com. I'm Kristen Meyer for Daily Iowan.